Casey nets service number one. He'll have one more. Another fault for Mike Casey. Casey has served about 60% of his first serves in, while on the other hand, Jim Krug around 45%. Here's the serve. Casey took a lot off of that one. Krug returns with the backhand. Casey, delicate backhand. Return by Krug. Smashed by Casey. Return by Krug. Casey just dumps the ball over the net. Lots of spin on it. Gets the point.
Beautiful drop shot by Mike Casey right there. Just sort of slapped it, a kind of a scoop shot, hit the tape, and just went over. And that's the kind of shot you need to win matches like this. I think a break going your way in this kind of a situation helps you so much mentally.
Momentum. Here's return by Krug. Lots of topspin on it. Casey returns. Krug comes toward the net, slaps at the forehand. Casey tries to go cross court. Krug misses the volley, and Casey wins the game. It's now 4-all third set.
Krug came in after the fact. He sent the return in, waited for a little bit too long, I think, on Mike Casey. And I think that cost him the point right there. He was not set at the net.
The voice you hear in the background is Mike Casey talking to himself, saying, 2 games more, baby. That's all you need to win this thing. And these two players could not be more evenly matched, Doug. They've split the 2 meetings they had during the regular part of the season here at Floral Park. And right now they're at 1 set apiece, 4 games apiece in the third set. Krug missed the first serve. Here's the second one. He nets it as well. First serve was called a let, so Krug gets one more, gets it over the net. But Krug, sloppy. Sloppy return, sends it wide, loses the point. 15 love. Love 15, check that. Casey up in front.
The first serve by Krug was good. Krug thought it was out. Casey said take 2, and that was the cause for the delay right there. But Krug a little bit upset at himself right there. Was not set for that return.
That has happened several times to Krug in the match today. Actually, both players, those mental lapses that have changed the momentum throughout the entire game. And I think, as you said earlier, the heat has played a definite role.
It has to. In a situation like this, your mind tends to wander when you're standing around like this, waiting to serve.
Krug. Good serve. Return by Casey. Backhand Krug. Casey comes toward the net off the drop shot by Krug, and Krug passes him. But Casey calls it out. Casey says, Jimmy, it was definitely out. Krug staring at the line.
Tough call.
Krug serving. Gets it over the net into the box. Return by Casey. Big forehand by Krug. Volley return. Casey gets the point.
Triple break point now for Mike Casey. The chance to go up 5 games to 4. And in a situation like this, I guess if you're Jim Krug, you just want to get this first one in. You don't want to have to try a second serve.
Serve is good. Casey blocks it back. Krug with the backhand. Casey forced to go to his right. Return by Casey. Krug with the backhand return. Casey with the lob. Krug with the smash, and he gets the point. Gutsy play by Jim Krug. The overhead has not been effective for him throughout the game. He's been very conservative with it, but that time he needed the point, and he put it away.
In a situation like that, you have to take a chance and go for it.
First serve by Krug right into the net. Krug, very angry with himself, tosses the ball. He'll have one more service. Can't afford to lose this service. Serve is good. Casey cross court. Krug comes to the net. Backhand return. Casey with the forehand. Krug tries to pass it and gets the point as Casey hit the ball into the net. So, Jim Krug now down 30-40. He saved 2 service breaks.
Another strong shot by Krug on that one. A low shot. He just got down to it and ripped it. Mike Casey again had trouble volleying it.
30-40 now. Tremendous match. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Third set is 4-all. Jim Krug trying to save service to go up 5 games to 4. Mike Casey trying to win the game for himself. Good serve by Krug. Casey returns. Krug with the backhand. Casey chased to the baseline. And he sends his backhand shot wide. Krug saves 3 service breaks. It's now a deuce, and Krug has a chance.
He showed me something right there just by staying in. He really looked out mentally there. Down 40 love. Tied it at deuce now.
Casey off the return. Krug sends a short lob, and Casey just slams it and puts it away in the corner. A very poor shot by Jim Krug.
Right there, he just made a terrible lob. And again, the pattern. He won 3 good points in a row there, but again, the pattern of a mental lapse.
4th service break now for Mike Casey. Here's the serve by Krug. Blocked back by Casey. Krug sends the ball over the net. Casey returns with the backhand. Krug sends the backhand short. It hits the net, and that's the game for Mike Casey. He's up 5 games to 4, and when we come back, Mike Casey will be serving for the match to meet John Cordani in the finals. You're listening to the Floral Park Ladder Tennis Championships. We're back at the Floral Park Tennis Center. Jeffrey Payne with Doug Miles. Third set action. Jim Krug nets a return of a Mike Casey serve. Casey up 15-love. Casey up 5-4. Third set, looking to move on to the finals for the first time ever.
You know Mike Casey will be following his serve up for the rest of this game. I think Jim Krug, it's tough to say, but he has to go for shots right now. He cannot play cautious.
Another service break by Mike Casey in the last game. Service break number 7. And that's just too many. And that might have been one too many for Jim Krug. Mike Casey, the big serve, fault.
Jim Krug should come in on this one. He lets Mike Casey come in on a second serve. It's going to be tough. I think Jim Krug needs one of those patented forehand passing shots to get himself back into this one, at least mentally.
Jim Krug walking away from the court just for a second. Now he's back. He's not moving in, though, Doug. Casey's serve is short. Krug sends the ball rather short as well. Looks to try to pass Casey, get the ball over the net, but it goes out. Casey tried to nip the line. He would have gotten the point, though, but he loses it, and it's now 15-all.
Krug made a good shot just over the net, almost went over the baseline there, but Mike Casey coming to it just could not get it back over. Both players exhausted out there, Jim Krug especially.
15-all. Mike Casey taking his time between serves. He is leaning against the fence on the far side. Jim Krug thought he was down 30-love, but it's actually 15-all. Casey's serve, a big one right down the line. Volley sends Krug to his left. Krug tries to pass him, and Casey comes up with the volley winner. He's up 30-15, but a good return by Krug when it appeared he had no chance at all.
Krug made an outstanding shot just to get to the ball. Put a lot of power on it, too, but Casey was in a good position to knock it back.
30-15, 5-4. Mike Casey leading in the third set. Jim Krug has advanced to the semifinals 5 times out of the 7 years of this tournament. Actually 6 if you include the year he also won the championship. But he's in trouble right here, down 30-15 and 5-4. Krug chased to his right, sends the ball wide on the cross-court shot, and now it's double match point. 40-15, Mike Casey up in front. He's up 5-4, third set. Match time right now, 2 hours and 20 minutes, exactly the same as match number 1. That saw John Cordani, the number 1 seed, defeat Glenn Stevens 6-3, 3-6, 6-4.
Now Mike Casey taking his time, getting all the tennis balls gathered. Wants to make sure of this one.
Meanwhile, directly in front of us, Jim Krug sitting down, taking another breather. This match has been very tough on both players. Casey motioning to Jim Krug that he's ready to serve.
Now Jim Krug walks over, puts on his hat. A little bit of cat and mouse going on right here, but with double match point, I don't think these are the kind of games you want to play.
Casey nets the first serve. 40-15. Double match point for Mike Casey. Jim Krug again walking away. Mike Casey bouncing the ball in front of him. Jim Krug walking back toward the baseline. Big point right here. Mike Casey, here's the serve. Krug backhand return, just nubbed at it. Casey sends the ball to Krug's left, 2 returns. Casey forehand. Krug with the backhand. Casey comes to net, volleys the ball, puts it to the corner. Passing shot by Krug, return by Casey, backhand by Krug. Casey comes up with the backhand volley. Krug sends the ball deep. Casey short. Krug dumps the ball over the net. Casey with the lob. Krug chases back, and it's long.
What a point right there, Jeff. Jim Krug made some outstanding saves, especially to his left on the forehand. And what more can you say? It's just great shots.
Saved a match point. He'll have to save one more. 40-30. Mike Casey looking to win the match. Here's the serve. It's long. Fault. Casey getting set for serve number 2. Here it is. It's good. Backhand Krug. Forehand Casey. And it's out. And we're at deuce. Mike Casey looking to win the match. Tried to nip the corner, but it was just wide. And now we're at deuce. And Jim Krug valiantly saving 2 match points. Casey served just wide, looking to pick up the ace. Here's the second one. Backhand drop shot from Krug, returned by Casey, and Krug nets the next shot. So again, we have match point.
Both players very cautious, especially Casey on his serve. He just seems to be tapping that second one in. A situation like that, when you're up, you might as well go for it. Another match point facing Jim Krug.
Casey's serve is a fault. Casey has had 3 match points. This is match point number 3. He's up 5-4, third set, looking to advance to the finals. Mike Casey, number 2 seed. Here is this serve. It's good. Krug returns. Casey forehand. Krug gets set for a forehand of his own. Lots of topspin. Casey returns, sends the ball deep. Krug, topspin forehand, sends the ball deep as well. Casey returns. Krug forehand short. Casey returns. Krug, short lob, slam by Casey, and that's the match. Mike Casey advancing to the finals with a 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 victory over Jim Krug, and Mike Casey moving to the finals for the first time ever. When we come back, we'll be interviewing the 2 semifinal participants of this match and then look ahead to next week's match between John Cordani and Mike Casey. You're listening to the Floral Park Ladder Tennis Championship. Back at the Floral Park Tennis Center, Jeffrey Payne along with Doug Miles, and with us right now, a finalist next week in the tennis championship, Mike Casey, who won today 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 over a very tough Jim Krug. Mike, nice match, and it was very, very tough out there, especially with the hot conditions.
Especially playing Mr. Krug. He's one tough son of a gun. I just feel fortunate to come out on top.
I noticed in the third set, especially when he jumped up on you, he won the first couple of games, you started becoming more aggressive, especially with your serve, and you were approaching the net with much more confidence, I thought.
Well, I don't know with confidence, but I knew that I had to approach the net in order to beat Jimmy, and there's no way I could stay with him from the baseline. So I just decided I'd just go for it. Win or lose, I was going to hit it as hard as I could.
Were you surprised that he came to the net as often as he did?
No, he's done that with me quite effectively during the summer. He comes up at different times and surprises you. He's very quick for an old man.
You had him up 40-love in that last game, and he came back staving off 3 match points.
Jimmy Krug. All I can say, he's very tough.
Next week, you face John Cordani, the number 1 seed, looking to repeat as the champion of Floral Park Tennis. How do you see next week's match?
The Irish are going to beat the Italians.
What is your strategy for that match?
Same thing. Hit it hard and come to the net on good shots.
You have a week off now to relax. It might take you a week to recover from this tennis match.
I do. I thank you very much. And again, my compliments to Jimmy for a fine match.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike Casey. Doug, thorough victory, a tough victory. Mike Casey, 6-4, 4-6, 6-4, followed his game plan, serve and volley. Eventually, he won the match.
You couldn't get any closer than this match, and an outstanding performance by both players out there. Jimmy Krug, when he was down low 40 there to come back there, saved off 3 match points, but Mike Casey came through in the end. The serve and volley game outlasted the baseline attacking game of Jim Krug.
So Mike Casey advances to the finals for the first time ever. John Cordani looking to repeat as champion, trying to become only the second player to do that. Terry McLaughlin back in 77 and 78, the first 2 years of the tournament, and John Cordani trying to equal that feat. How do you see that match next week, Doug?
It's going to be interesting. Again, a contrast of styles. John Cordani likes to stay in the baseline and wait for a short ball to come in and attack. Mike Casey, as we saw today, a serve and volley type of player, but John Cordani, I think, has more power off the backhand than Jim Krug, and I think that could prove to be the difference. I predict John Cordani in the 3-setter.
Next week, we'll have final action in both the men's and the women's divisions. In the women's bracket, it will be Terry Donnelly, the number 1 seed, against number 2, Margie O'Brien. And in the men's bracket, the top 2 seeds will be facing each other, John Cordani, the number 1 seed, and Mike Casey, the number 2 seed. For Doug Miles and Pete Castellanos, I'm Jeffrey Payne from the Floral Park Tennis Center in Floral Park. Mike Casey advancing to the finals with a 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 victory over Jim Krug. Until next week, thank you for listening. Good night, everybody.
Back at the Floral Park Tennis Center, Doug Miles along with Pete Castellanos. We have Terry Donnelly in the booth with us right now. Congratulations, Terry. Another outstanding performance. Your second ladder championship in a row.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you. I was all in all, it was a pretty good afternoon. I don't think I played up to the potential I'm capable that I played during the year on the ladder, but I thought Margie played exceptionally well. It looks like she's been hitting, but not at the Floral Park Center, elsewhere.
She seemed to be making a lot more crisper shots than we've seen her before down here. Were you surprised at that?
Yeah, I was surprised at that, and I was surprised when she wasn't giving me a lot of short balls to come to net. And her serve also had a little bit more on it than it usually has.
Any pre-match nerves going into the match? That first set, you looked pretty awesome out there, winning at 6-love.
No, I wasn't nervous. I try not to get nervous. I learned that from past experiences when I played here in the first year, and I lost. The worst thing to do is to get nervous. I wasn't nervous. I just think the second set, I might have got a little lackadaisical. You know, I was acting a little cocky.
Any more special significance of the second one than the first one? Does it feel any more accomplishment to this one, or how do you feel about it?
First is always, always the best. But I like this one better. This is the finale.
Okay, congratulations, Terry, and we'll see you next year.
Thanks again, Doug.